And we're live.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you right now. Just know that you are locked in on To The Point with
Skip.
and the King. You guys know where to find Simon right now. SimonBroder.com, Amazon.ca, the book Running the Point. You can find him on Twitter at DougieJs. You guys know where to find me on all social media platforms except for TikTok. I don't play with that. At King Hussein. You guys know where to find us collectively. To The Point on Facebook. To The Point on Instagram. To The Point on YouTube, which is where you guys better be watching us right now, because if you're not, you're bootlegging it and you owe us some money. Okay? Now, Skip, you guys know where to find Fly in the Six right there, my man. Everybody should be doing that. If you are going to be in the six, you might as well be it. Fly in the Six. Skip, first thing I got to say is rest in peace to Frank DeRozan.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we all could take a moment of silence for that. But Skip, due to the COVID, and since I miss you, man, I haven't seen you in like, oh my goodness, how long? Like over a year? Lordy, lordy, lordy. We're missing out on you guys. We're missing out interacting with you guys physically, seeing you guys within 6 feet. But we do have somebody that we know very well, a good friend to the show, who has a question for us. Can we pull that up?
Hi guys, it's Andrew from the Reece Report. Quick question for my guys at To The Point. The Raptors moved to 7-0 yesterday with an ugly win against the T-Wolves without Kyle Lowry. That's 7-0 without him now. My question is, should the Raptors consider trading Kyle Lowry, considering his age, the injuries he's had, and his $33 million salary to try to get better? Or should they hope that he'll come back at a much less number to make the team better next year? Also considering Norman Powell, who's on fire, is also a free agent and will need to get a raise. Skip and King, what do you think?
Ooh. Shout out to my man Andrew Reece on the Reece Report, which is where I go every morning and throughout the day for all of my sports news. Okay, he's very up to date. You guys got to go check that out. Skip. Ball's in your court.
Okay, so I mean, yeah. So the Raptors are 7-0 without Lowry. That's fair. I mean, you can't argue with these stats. I think it's something like 14-2 over the last two seasons that they've played without him. Now, I mean, there's lots of different ways to look at this. You could say, are the Raptors playing better without him because they're better without him? Are we looking at sort of a Ewing theory thing where there was always this thing about Patrick Ewing back in the day? The Knicks always seemed to play better when he was out. And a lot of the time, that's not really an indictment of the player himself, because what happens is everyone else steps up, everyone else gets to feel their role a bit more, everyone's a little more focused in because they know that they need to step up. They know that they can't just like sit back and let the star player, the all-star, take over the game. So with that said, I don't think you can just say they're 7-0 without Lowry and that's why they should trade him. But, I mean, it is a realistic thing where we should maybe be thinking about this right now, where he's at that point where he's in the last year of his contract. He makes a lot of money. He's probably not adding quite that much value to the team. Like, he's not necessarily a $33 million player. He's still a very valuable player. And I think the best version of the Raptors is the one where they are playing like they were against Milwaukee, plus Kyle Lowry integrating into that fit and raising them up to that next level to being an actually good team instead of just a competent team. So basically, the way I look at it is the Raptors have four options with Lowry. They can keep him for the year and let him walk.
Four?
Four options.
Okay, this is going to be very interesting. Bring it on.
So we got four options. We can keep him for the year and let him walk. I think that's the most likely thing. I don't necessarily think he's going to come back next year, but You keep him for the year, you let him run out his contract, you see how far this team can go with him, and you roll with it. Second option is to keep him for the year and then offer him another 1-year contract at like $20-30 million, whatever it takes to keep him. I think the Raptors would be very happy to give him a long-term, a legacy contract in terms of you can retire with this organization, you can come back next year. But I don't think it's going to keep getting $30 million a year. I think it's going to be every year. It's like this year it's 30, next year it's 20, the year after it's 15 or 10. If he wants to just keep going as he enters into his decline phase. Like, he's still a very good player, but there is some decline there. I think we can all agree that he's not the same player day in and day out as he has been in the past. And that's one reason why he wasn't voted on the All-Star team this year. So those are our two options. And then our third option is you can trade him for picks, whatever you can get, basically. Try to go young. Say this team's not going very far in the playoffs. Maybe we'll just see if we can get an interesting young player for him. Now that's fair. I think there's some argument to be had for that. But
and where would you think he should go?
Well, this is the problem. This is what I'm getting to. This is the
Okay.
problem. So it's great to think, oh, we could get a pick for Lowry, but first of all, who wants Lowry and has picks to trade? Because you look at all the contenders in the league, like the Clippers, they don't have picks to trade. The Lakers, they don't really have picks to trade. And then you go around and you say, okay, so even if you find a team that has a pick to trade, they still have to absorb Lowry's $33 million contract onto their budget, which means they have to send you back some other contract or a bunch of contracts. So the one trade I've seen thrown around is something where you trade Lowry to Philadelphia for some picks and just
let him go home.
Yeah, let him go home. Let him, they're top of the East right now. Let him go home, play with Philly. And then I think the package coming back, like, you have to basically take everybody off of Philly's bench to make it work. Like, you got to take Danny Green, you got to take Terrence Ferguson. I think there's a couple other guys. It would just be a lot of crap coming back, to be honest. And I look down at that trade and I'm like, okay, so you get a bunch of crap Danny Green's not going to help them that much. Like, Philly probably doesn't even want to move Danny Green. Like, they want a 3-point shooter. So,
yep.
And you go down that list and you're like, okay, so you're getting all these guys back. And like, what pick are you going to get? You're going to get like the last pick of the first round? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I don't really see a trade out there for them to just trade him for picks. And then the other option is you say, well, the Raptors have a huge hole at center. What do you go out and trade him for a center? Okay, that's great, but name the center. Like, what center is coming in here and providing more value to the Raptors right now than Kyle Lowry? Obviously, if it obviously if it was like an Embiid or something, but you're not getting Embiid. Like, the type of guy you're going to get for Lowry, it's going to be like a Marc Gasol or like I don't know, like
Ibaka,
DeAndre Jordan. Like what team? First of all, you have to find a contending team that wants Lowry,
and
then you have to find a contending team that has an extra center that they don't want. So it gets really tough. The one guy I kind of look and I'm like, if they could finesse it for like a Vucevic off the Magic, but then it's got to be a 3-way trade. There's got to be more salary in the deal because the Magic don't want Lowry. I don't think they have any reason to want an old point guard. So
they don't need him.
The other options would be like Drummond, obviously. But you just look at it and you say, Drummond or Lowry, who adds more value to the Raptors? I'm sorry, but Lowry. I would rather have Lowry on my team than Drummond any day of the week.
Damn right.
And even like a Blake Griffin, that's a lot of salary, and he's pretty washed. So I don't know. I just don't see a trade out there for a big man that really makes the Raptors better. We just saw Boogie is getting released by Houston, so maybe they can go out and sign a big man.
Yeah, let's go get Boogie.
I don't think Boogie's an answer. I'm just saying, I don't think there's a guy out there that the Raptors can really trade Lowry for that the other team is realistically going to want to trade their center for Lowry, unless it's a second string guy or a backup. So I just don't see the trade that makes the Raptors better, and I don't see the trade that makes them better positioned for the future. So I think end of the day, the Raptors should probably just keep him and ride it out. What do you think?
I thought you had a fourth point.
Yeah, that was 4. So the first was keep him, second was extend him, third was trade him for picks, fourth was trade him for a big man.
You know what I think? Hell to the mother freaking no. Are you kidding me? Kyle Lowry is undoubtedly, undisputed, the greatest Raptor of all time.
100%.
There is no question. Look at what he's accomplished. He's a champion. He led that team. People will say Kawhi was the guy. Yeah, Kawhi was the guy, but Lowry led that team, okay? He's a 6-time All-Star. He went to the Olympic gold medal game and won it in 2016. You guys can see the graphic right there. With his records, he's top 3 in points, assists, and rebounds for the Raptors all time.
Yep.
There is no
Don't forget
question.
steals and charges.
Steals, charges, triple doubles, win shares.
Replacement player. Yeah. He's got all those numbers. Yeah.
He's got it. He is the guy. Okay. And you know what? I almost said as a fan of the Raptors. Woo. But as someone that's been following the Raptors for all 26 years that they've been around, okay, the Raptors should do this as an organization, okay? Like when it comes to basketball, the number one organization you think of and how they take care of their players is obviously San Antonio Spurs with Greg Popovich. Yeah, we all know this. What the Raptors have done in the past is with Vince Carter, Christina Bosch, we've had Marcus Camby.
Let's not go there.
Well, look. Vince Carter left because they said that his mother has to go pay for parking across the street. And you've been down to the hangar, the ACC, Scotiabank, whatever, across the street. It's like 20-something bucks to park for the night. They said his mom has to go park there now. That's when he said I couldn't jump and he had the greatest dunk of all time. Okay. Yeah. They're kind of scarred. Look what they did to DeMar DeRozan. Like, people think, I saw on Cold as Balls with Kevin Hart, where he asked DeMar DeRozan, do you ever want to punch Kawhi in the face? DeMar's gone. We've had so many players. I said we've had so many players that have come to Toronto.
I mean, DeMar was great, but Lowry was always Lowry's team.
It's been tarnished for the reputation to the other players in the league. And if the Raptors can keep Kyle Lowry and let him retire as the man, because the Raptors do not have one jersey hanging up in the rafters. And the first one is going to have to be Kyle Lowry. There is no question about that. They got to keep him. You know what? Maybe do the Ray Bork, trade him for a year, let him go win a chip, let him come back, let him retire as a Raptor. Right? That's how I feel about it, Skip.
Yeah.
And to be quite honest, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I totally agree. I think Lowry is the greatest Raptor of all time. He has the longevity over guys like Vince and Kawhi. He has pure numbers on almost everybody, just in terms of accruing numbers. And he's got the title, he's got the championship. He's got just that career arc where he came here, he was this fresh-faced kid. Everyone's like, he's a head case. He's not working out in Houston. We see him develop and he becomes, he's a pretty good player. Now he's a really good player. Now he's an all-star. Now he's an all-star starter. Now he's in every year. He's in the all-star game kind of guy. So I think we really have seen him grow, and I think he has become synonymous with the Raptors franchise. And he's literally the definition of a franchise player. So there's not much more you can say than that.
I agree with you 100%, Skip. He is the identity of the Raptors. He is the engine that keeps the Raptors going. By the way, where the hell is your Raptors Lowry shirt? We ain't in Dunedin, bro. We ain't in Dunedin. I see you rocking that Blue Jays shirt. We're not in Dunedin.
I might have done a little laundry today, but
on the down. Okay, because I know that's your guy. But Lowry is the man. He's everybody's guy that lives right here in the GTA. 416-905-647 that he is the guy for the Raptors.
And don't people need to stop freaking out about him selling his house in Toronto, because he's on an expiring contract and the Raptors are playing in Tampa this year. So
yeah, he ain't here.
Yeah,
might as well sell the house, keep the money.
He could buy another one. He's got lots of money.
Yeah. Most importantly, what we have to say is what you guys got to say. You guys go down there, click subscribe, click like, give us a shout out, give us a comment, let us know what you think about this whole Kyle Lowry situation, because we got a lot of feedback the other day. Just putting up a graphic for this, it was insane. So you guys, let us know. Click like, subscribe. You guys know where to find Skip. You guys know where to find me. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, and
peace.